Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, King Tutankhamun. Today we'll take a look at the prehistoric Andean people under the magnifying glass. They were called cloud people or fog warriors and lived in Peru. Let's get going. What if I told you that there exists the remains of a civilization that is as old as this universe, and that you can still find remains of it in people of a specific area? Wouldn't it be interesting to know how people used to live? Well, for me it would be. So if you too are a history freak and have the curiosity of knowing about this old civilization, then stick to the screen and watch this video to the end. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, please hit the red subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update. The civilization that I'm talking about here is the Chachapoya. They were commonly known as the Warriors of Clouds. This name was given to them because they made homes in the great Amazonian cloud forests. They are primarily known for the hilltop fortresses they made in the forest. One of the most interesting things that we know about the Chachapoyas is that they weren't known to the world until the arrival of the Spanish. It was with the help of oral history that the world came to know about this civilization. Before the Spanish conquests, the Chachapoyas were part of the Inca Empire. It is said that the people of the Chachapoya dynasty were fearless. Be it Inca or Spanish troops, all of them were powerful from Chachapoyas. However, they never bent their knee in front of any one of these. If we talk about the knowledge or information related to Chachapoya, then it has always been from a second-hand account. All of the knowledge that we have about this empire was gathered from various artifacts that were found at different sites. The Chachapoyas were diminished in the 18th century, but the cultural impact could be seen in the people of modern Peru. One more interesting fact that we'd like to draw your attention to before moving towards further discussion is that Chachapoya is not the actual name of the empire. This is the name that the Inca gave to them. The name Chachapoya means people who live in the woods. Now that we know about the name and the origin of this dynasty, let us focus on some of the facts and factors that are important to understand regarding it. The origin. As I told you earlier in the video, that whatever we know about the Chachapoya Empire came from second-hand accounts and not from any direct source. So the origin of this empire is not definite. If we consider the sources that are available to us, then the origin of this dynasty dates to 800 BC. However, some historians suggest that the culture of the Chachapoya was formed from the second half of this era. The fragments of older culture don't match with this culture. Now, if we look at some of the other facts and figures that historians have suggested, then we will come to know that the formation of the Chachapoya culture was done by people from the Andes civilization. These immigrants brought the idea of agriculture advancement with them. The entire information that history gives us about the Chachapoyas suggests how the entire civilization started, and how it grew throughout its existence in the world. There are a lot of points that indicate that the creation of the Chachapoya dynasty was done by a group called Jibaros. This group was from Amazon. Not just this, but some historians think that the Amazonian groups have some very good influence on Chachapoya. One of the groups that have a major influence on them is Alberto Bueno. We now know all that's influenced Chachapoya culture. It's now the time to indulge into some knowledge as to what this culture used to depict. The cultural diversity of the Chachapoya dynasty. Any of the civilization that we read about could be understood in the best way by looking at its society. If we talk about the Chachapoya civilization, then people used to live in communities, and these communities were called ailas. The remains that indicate the existence of the Chachapoyan civilization states that there were a lot of functional buildings in this civilization. These buildings were the centers for religious and administrative affairs. One of the major facts that we need to have in our minds when talking about the Chachapoyas is that they underwent a major cultural change when they came into contact with the Spanish or Inca. It is said that 90% of the civilization collapsed after the Spanish contact. I have mentioned in the beginning, and am saying it again, whatever we know of this civilization doesn't come from a direct source. Before moving any further, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, and of course, don't miss the bell icon. After these major factors that tell us about this civilization in detail, let's discuss some other minor factors too. Apart from society and culture, it is the art and architecture of the civilization that tells us about its features. Let us have a look at the ceramics of the Chachapoyan civilization. The ceramics of this era was quite simple. It was simple pottery, and even the design was not that complicated. It was made by molding them, or with the help of clay. There is a village named Huancas outside the city of Chachapoya, at 15 minutes. If you know anything about ceramics, you would also know that these days, Huancas pottery is in trend. The villagers still traditionally make the pots that are the symbol of the Chachapoya culture. Apart from the ceramics, what we really need to talk about Chachapoya is its textiles. If you know even a little bit about weaving, then you will know about the tools that are used for it. The tools, like huso and kalwa, are used for spinning and weaving. These were invented in the Chachapoya civilization. The textile samples that were found suggest that the Chachapoyas used to make beautiful clothing. It's also said that they used to make these clothes for Incas. The sources confirm that women were the main participants in textile production. Today, the handmade textile industry contains most of the Andes or Amazonian women workers, and one can say how beautifully the craft has been carried from generation to generation. The products made by them, like blankets, carpets, etc., have become one of their prime sources of income. Miguel Huaman is a very popular craftsman. He is popular for making wood artifacts. Apart from that, he is known for the craftsmanship based on the Chachapoya culture. Another artist of this kind is Angel Salazar. He makes jewels that represent the animals present in his surroundings. He has inherited this art from his father, and they have world-class recognition. Tradition and customs of Chachapoyan civilization. Here, I will talk about the customs followed in the current-day Chachapoya. It is said that they would have been inherited from the original civilization. The very first thing that I'd like to talk about here is the Carnaval Chachapoyano. This is actually a festival that they celebrate in February. The ritual starts with planting a tree and then decorating it properly. The other activities of the carnival include the couple dance, followed by a unique competition. The competition is between allegorical cars. The carnival ends by electing the queen of the carnival. Not just this, but they also play with water and other things. In the end, all of the people are participating in the carnival and are dancing with each other. Another very interesting and important festival of the Chachapoyas is celebrated in June. June is also known as the tourist month in Chachapoya, hence the festival Raymi Lacta is celebrated in this month only. The festival is also about dancing, and all of the good dancers in the region come to take part. A big parade is organized during the carnival. Apart from the dance, people come to showcase the clothing, cuisines, musical instruments, and every other thing that would be displayed in the Chachapoyan culture. The other important festival of the Chachapoyas is celebrated in August. The first 2 weeks of August are the weeks of joy for the Chachapoya people. The festival celebrated in August is known as the Patron Festival of the Virgin Asunta. The main ritual of this festival is that the image of the Virgin is carried through the streets of Chachapoya, and it is because of this ritual that the entire city gets covered with beautiful carpets and flowers made on them. The city looks like a bride at the festival. Apart from this march, people perform activities like dances, organize fairs, and showcase different talents. All of those things that are done can be seen in previously mentioned festivals. I have mentioned the timings of these festivals too, so if any of you are willing to come to Chachapoya, come at these times of the year. This will help you in getting the idea about the people and the culture in a better way. Also, your enjoyment will be doubled. If you look at all of the features of this civilization, then you'll come to know that the people were very brave and organized at that time. Also, the culture was very rich. The most interesting or rather sad thing is that we don't even know the correct name of this civilization. Whatever is known is what the historians passed from one generation to the other. And with that being said, we have come to the end of the video. Comment down below your thoughts. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more awesome videos like this one. This has been your King Tutankhamun. Thank you for watching.